I don't care what the weatherman says. When the weatherman says it's rain, you'll never hear me complain. I'm certain the sun will shine.
I don't care how the weather vane points. When the weather vane points to gloomy, you gotta be sunny to me when your eyes look into mine.
Creepers, creepers, where'd you get those creepers? Creepers, creepers, where'd you get those eyes?
Gosh, all get up, how'd you get so lit up? Gosh, all get up, how'd you get that size?
Golly gee,
When you turn those heaters on,
woe is me.
got to put my cheaters on.
Creepers, creepers, where'd you get those creepers?
Oh, those weepers,
How they hypnotize.
yeah.
Where'd you get those eyes?
So if you already couldn't tell by the intro or whatever of this video, yeah, I'm going to be reviewing the movie Jeepers Creepers from 2001. So yeah, this movie stars Justin Long and some other people, which I forgot the names of at least, but it's directed by Victor Salva. And listen, I know I don't want to be this type of person that's just like, but I'm going to make this quick. I know the controversy between Victor Salva and anything, but this is still a movie that I think is good and stuff. So let's just get into it. We're not here to talk about the director. So yeah, starting off with the positives with Jeepers Creepers is that I think that the creepers look in this movie is looks pretty good. I mean, it looks a bit creepy and it's a bit weird, but I quite like the design or whatever, how the creepy looks in this movie, so I think that's pretty cool. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, the actors here in this movie, we've got Justin Long and then some other actor, which are the two main characters. They're supposed to be sister and brother in this movie, and they do that perfectly. I mean, that's a hard kind of role that's something quite hard to pull off in movies, but in this movie they do it in a really well way. So Justin Long and some other actors, being brother and sister, they do that in a really well way. So that made me feel a bit more, made me a bit more in depth in the characters, whatever, made me care about the characters more and root for them and stuff. Third of all, I think this movie is pretty creepy actually. I mean, we've got the Jeepers Creepers song, which I played in the beginning of this video. That song is really catchy in my opinion. That's kind of stuck in my head forever now. But and when they use that song in this movie really well, I don't want to spoil too much, but basically they play that song when there's something bad is happening or whatever, and basically it's a very catchy song. And I think that this movie has the movie was more dark than I thought. This movie could even be more creepier than Wrong Turn or whatever, which is basically a very insane kind of Texas Chainsaw ripoff, but still a bit different. So it feels like this movie is a bit similar to Wrong Turn and Texas Chainsaw, and maybe I think there was one more. Which one was it? Hills Have Eyes? No, I don't know, but it feels like when it comes to this, when it comes to these cannibal horror movies and stuff, this feels like it's somewhere over there. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell. But and I think that this movie had some pretty creepy moments, pretty scary moments sometimes, which I do appreciate. And the story of this movie is pretty good too. But I don't really know what to say. I just really liked the tone of this movie or whatever. it's dark. For some reason, the movie feels like silly sometimes, and sometimes it just feels really dark and cruel, and so. Uh, and another positive that I have with this movie is that the ending of this movie might just be one of my favorite horror endings. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Listen. This may sound like stupid or something, or I don't know, but it's not that hard to pull off like a good ending in a horror movie. You just kind of gotta keep the audience or the person watching the movie in like the edge of the seat and feel a bit like having some afterthoughts or whatever it's called. I don't know. The person who just watched the movie's thinking, even when the movie's over, they're thinking about that last scene or whatever. And the last scene in this movie, the last shots and stuff, I mean, pretty damn creepy and a bit scary because it's just really, really well. And I don't want to spoil it, but it's just pretty surprising, and it's a really good ending, twist ending, whatever you want to say. So I don't know what to say. This just works. You know, this counts as a slasher movie, right? This is a slasher movie, I think, at least. Yeah, it should be that. This creeper going around killing people. Yeah, we have seen a lot of other movies where people go around killing people. Friday the 13th, Halloween, Child's Play, no, but I think this is also just a slasher movie, and it's pretty well made slasher movie for the most part. So I don't know what to say. Maybe I have a bit more positives to say about this movie, but I can't think of that many right now. So negatives with this movie is that I think that the movie had some very predictable jump scares sometime, and I mean that's it's a very classic horror cliche. But even though because the movie is, I think, pretty damn aware that they're doing it, that when they do it, it's a bit annoying, but I guess it somewhat builds up a bit of tension or something, but it doesn't really work for me. So yeah. Second of all, I mean, we haven't got the smartest character decisions in this movie. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Third of all, this may be a unpopular opinion, but I thought the person who Justin Long played in this movie wasn't the most. I liked the girl main character, whatever, in this movie, I think, a bit more than Justin Long's character. It was just something about him which sometimes it felt like he made very stupid decisions, and when movies have like over exaggerating acting and stuff, I don't know, sometimes I felt that a bit in this movie. Like there's literally a scene in the movie. Well, I don't think this is a spoiler, but there's literally a scene in the movie where a girl is trying to help him, and then he says "fuck you" and hangs up the phone. And I mean, I knew how the character was feeling in that scene, and I was kind of annoyed at the person, but it's not the best way to handle the situation because it kind of like triggers my OCD a bit. It feels like because you want the character to be nice to you. That's not the greatest way to. But yeah, maybe that's just a me thing. I don't care. It's just small little negative that I have about this movie, and this is a very weird movie. First half of the movie, first I was just like, oh, this movie's like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's a great slasher movie. And then I was just like, oh, still pretty good, 4 out of 5 stars. And then until the end of the movie, I finally gave the movie 3.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a good movie only, but I didn't think it was very good or really good or amazing or anything. But I did think that I do think that this is a good movie. So I don't think it's like a perfect slasher movie. I still think it has some small negatives, not big negatives, but just some small ones scattered throughout the movie, and some horror cliches and stuff. But so it's not like it's a bit of a, it's not like the perfect slasher movie and stuff. I don't think it's the most entertaining one. This may be unpopular to say, but I don't care. I hate saying that word, controversial and unpopular. I've said that so much in this channel, it's enough now. But there are slasher movies that I enjoy even a bit more than this one. I mean, even though this is a movie that I appreciate quite a lot for what it's trying to do and stuff. I mean, it's a pretty creative slasher movie. Nothing like, not like X creative, but you know, um, yeah. I don't really know what to say. Um, if you want my ratings of this movie or whatever, you can, and more information about this movie or something like that, you can check the description of this video. And I think that's about it. I thought this was a good movie. What did you think about Jeepers Creepers, the original one, the Jeepers Creepers 2001, whatever you want to say? What did you think of the movie? Did you think it was like bad, good, terrible, horrendous? I don't know. I thought this was a good movie though, and you can read more what I think about the movie in the description and stuff. So, yeah. Thank you for watching.